the one, the only Gavin McInnes. Gavin, welcome to the show.
How you doing, Alex? Congratulations. This is your 99th episode?
99! I can't believe they're still letting me do this, Gavin. And it all started with you. You were the seed that started this oak tree. So I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you. So thank you very much.
You should know that Seinfeld sucked for the first 2 years, too. So
Hey, thank you! That's what I keep telling the executives at the place. They're like, Alex, your show sucks. I go, Seinfeld didn't get good till season 3, so shut the hell up, you experts. And that's the greatest show ever. So thank you, Gavin.
try me out for years. That's what I always say to chicks I'm courting. Just give it a couple years.
Speaking of, I'm kind of going through some relationship troubles, Gavin. I need your help on a serious note. I broke up with an ex, and, you know, that is what it is. But now I don't know if I want to date one of these whores that likes me because they're in my DMs, they already know me, or if I want to go with like a blank slate girl that doesn't care that I called AOC a big booty Latina. Do you see my dating conundrum? Do I date the girl that doesn't know me, or do I use the clout influence, bang some randos?
Go for the whores. I mean, there's no better wife than a fan. I think Bob Odenkirk's wife was the head of his fan club. And he's got like 6 kids. They're incredibly happy. I mean, that's everyone's ideal, right? I was thinking, my friend was asking me last night, he's like, how come you still want to have sex with your wife? And I was like, I don't know. I mean, I'm obviously still attracted to her, but part of it is like, I want her to like me. I want her to want me. I want her. So you want to get someone who's already a fan. Who cares if that's shallow?
Yeah, I know. The last girl I was dating, she was a big fan, and now I'm dating another girl or I'm going out with. We're going to Skankfest. So I sent you that thing. You know, I'm doing my press conference. I'm fighting for Luis J. Gomez's. He's doing a Carnival of Combat deal November 4th, but I'm going to Skankfest this weekend, and we're doing the press conference, and I'm flying out a beautiful, lovely lady out there to come hang out with me. And she was a fan. She started as a fan, so I just don't know if that's a good foundation for a relationship or not. But you say it is.
Yeah, nice problems to have, by the way, Alex. Hey, a lot of people want to blow me. Should it be someone that's dying to blow me or someone they don't know they want to blow me yet? What a rough life you have. It must be horrible.
It is hard.
Having a show where they're never going to cancel you no matter what, and you get to choose from chicks who either are obsessed with you or just really want to be with you.
Yeah, but it's not that easy. Show my wife's boyfriend. Have you met, I don't know if you've ever met my wife's boyfriend. This is Big Nasty. He actually took over for Dontarius. So, I mean, Gavin, I have a 300-pound black man pile driving my wife. I mean, that's not good for my mental health. I mean, what do you personally think about that?
That'll chip away at your ego over time.
And he eats all the food in the fridge. Big Nasty, why do you always eat my leftovers? What is that about? You never leave me anything. Tell Gavin why you eat my... Is that a personal attack? You already eat my wife. You can't leave me a little freaking chicken tender or something?
Man. I'm just a greedy dude, man. I just want to eat everything. Everything. And I love sloppy seconds. That's why I don't leave no leftovers.
That's disgusting. Okay.
He sure is.
Growing boy.
It tastes good, though.
He is growing. That's true. He has gained about 12 pounds since working on the show and dating my wife. So, yeah. Oh, Gavin, life's not easy. You know this. You faced a lot of challenges yourself as a broadcaster, as a man that became canceled. These 2 black men, this guy right here, Gavin, guys, he said the N-word more times than any white guy on recorded camera. Other than, right? Do you have the record, Gavin, for saying the N-word?
Mention that it's because I'm a rapper.
He is a rapper. He's a white rapper. So, Gavin, explain to them why it's okay for you to use the N-word and it's not okay for them to use it.
It's okay for me to use the N-word because I grew up in East New York in the hood. My nickname was the White Snowflake. I was the only coke dealer who could work with the hood dudes in the East New York and then go to the college kids. But they called me Slick G, and I've never really hung out with white people. I don't even, to be totally honest, I don't understand white people.
Same.
They say things like, gosh darn it, like what does that even mean? I only know the hood slang of East New York growing up with my brothers.
No, Gavin, you're not even kidding. I'm telling you, I became, and I don't want to say this in terms of service, I became racist towards white people by selling white people cars. They are the worst. No, a white person comes...
They're so corny and shit.
They're so corny. Like, why is there a scratch on it?
Play golf.
If you sell...
Them hats they have, like the cowboy. I like a sideways baseball hat. That's a hat.
Yes, it is better sideways. And honestly, like, you know, white people are like, oh, there's a scratch on it. A black person's like, are they 22-inch rims? That's all they care about. And that's why it's better. That's why black people are better. They care about priorities. Yes. Oh, the transmission's bad. It's got 24-inch rims that spin when you stop, bitch. So shut up.
Hey, sorry to interrupt. We just got a super chat. Bad Buddhist says, Gavin, rip Alex a new one. Don't hold back. I'm just reporting
Jimmy.
super chats.
Hey, Gavin, before you rip me a new one, Jimmy is the worst producer. Went to Princeton. He is the reason why my show has been a failure and sucks. So do you mind actually ripping him a new one and tell him how lame it is that he went to Princeton? And you know that he actually put in... Wait, Gavin, last thing I want to say, I got to let you talk. You know, I put Jimmy through gay conversion therapy, and it actually worked. It turned him straight.
Well, it didn't work when I was there. He almost had a heart attack every time I swore, especially the N-word. He almost swerved into traffic.
Yeah, that was scary.
Drink. And this guy, look, I'm a Christian, everything. He has a Bible on his dash that is like worn to shreds because he's constantly reading it. I think even Jesus Christ would go, yeah, dude, that's a nerd.
Speaking of another Christian nerd, Bo Diddle, he's a famous Christian nerd. Bo, what do you have to say about that? He loves Jesus, so please rip Gavin a new asshole for making fun of your Savior.
You know, I'm kind of scared to say anything to Gavin after seeing the last freak out, so I'm just going to tell you, hey, and you look great on camera.
He's a big fan, Gavin. He's nervous.
The term is videogenic, actually. Yeah, I wasn't kidding when I was on your show and everyone was on their phones. It was very disrespectful. It was your debut episode, and everyone thought, oh, he's doing a joke temper tantrum. No, that's called losing your temper.
Well, let's play that clip. Let's run it.
It's a great tradition.
Yeah. I'm also an expert in get off your fucking phone.
No, do not talk to the audience. No, Gavin.
That's
Now
really
he's breaking
rude,
the fourth
you know?
wall.
You're the studio audience. You're on your phone.
Okay, see, now we have to break the
Fuck
fourth
off.
wall.
I
What
love
people is not
Jesus
seeing is that
Christ, sorry I'm boring you.
Gavin, this
And
is
you
my
guys,
show.
shut up!
Okay.
We
now
can
we're-
hear all your chattering.
Now we're going off
Whisper
the
at
rails. All right. All
Most
right.
annoying background I've ever been a part of.
Okay, Gavin is. We're gonna give him a hint of fentanyl, and we're gonna calm him down a little bit. Things are.
Chatty crew and the fucking phone bunch. Leave it in your pocket. You're at a show. You're part of the show.
I actually do agree with him. I think security
Holy
needs
shit!
to.
It's so disrespectful.
Can security take him out? The young kid in the front.
They're
with his
all on their
phone?
phones.
Okay, well, listen, Gavin, we got to be a little more entertaining because they're out there looking at their
No,
Instagram.
it's
they're
that old generation, man. It's their fucking crap.
And that is true. It's a freaking 18-year-old kid. Why is that? Why are these young kids so addicted to their phone and internet
And
pornography?
they're not looking at like updates saying, oh, there's a tornado warning in effect. They're just scrolling through some simp garbage Instagram reels of some married woman with big tits. Grow up.
Yeah, seriously, guys. You guys
I
are
hope
mad.
we're not hanging out tonight. I don't want to see these fuckers.
No, you're not.
Legendary, Gavin. That broke the trolls on Reddit. Do you have the Reddit screenshot, Jimmy?
Yeah, we'll pull it up. It's full screen Reddit. Yeah, they went viral on Reddit. Proud Boys founder Gavin McInnes having a meltdown on conspiracy theorist Alex Stein's live show. ... All because some of the audience had their phones out. So thank you. That gave us a lot of
the
fun.
audience had their phones out. All of the audience. And you know what happened after that? One of the guys goes, dude, I was doing it for work. I was filming and stuff. And I go, no, you weren't going like this. You're going like this. And then he goes, maybe it's just a generational thing. And I go, what? And then he walks like 15 feet away and he goes, maybe you're washed up. No! And then I go, what the fuck did you just say to me? So I walk over to him. I go, you have a problem. You say it to my face. You don't mumble something when you're at the door. And he goes, it was a joke. I was just kidding. And I just thought, your whole generation needs to be flushed down the toilet, and we'll start again with Noah's Ark, because you've got no balls, you're obsessed with your phones, and then when you finally get the courage to criticize a dirty old man like me, you mumble it on the way out and then say it was a joke.
Hey, you nailed it. Okay, Gavin, you're back on Twitter. Do you think it's going to last? Are you mad that they won't give you back your old account? I mean, I'm sure you're gonna build up your new one really fast, but what do you think about coming back to the platform?
I can't see it lasting. I mean, I don't have no filter whatsoever, but I'm very impressed. It's been the 3 days it's been up, and I kind of understand them not giving me my old account back, although they did it to Anthony. Anthony Cumia got all his old tweets, but you know, my last tweet started a civil war, and Proud Boys are in jail for 88 years combined. 8 more if you include the other 2 at the Antifa things. That's just under a century of jail time for whatever the hell I was saying there. I guess they thought best leave that in the past.
Yeah, maybe it's that good for all of us, because I mean, Gavin, let's be real. I mean, you're very smart for, even though you started the Proud Boys, it was a joke. Well, I'm saying you got out at the right time. I mean, don't you think? I mean, can you say that, or would you agree on that statement?
Yeah, I think it was important to say that I was not part of the group because my involvement was being used in court. But I still, let's say, heavily support.
Of course, everybody knows that. But I'm saying you went from the leader to. I think it was awesome that you took a third row seat.
Club shouldn't have a leader. It should be like the Hells Angels, where it's got a charter, it's got a constitution, and then everyone sort of goes off of that. Because when you have top-down leadership, you get into RICO problems, and the next thing you know, everyone's going to jail. It should just be independent chapters that follow all the rules, like a McDonald's chain.
Okay, and then so how do we jump somebody in? I have to keep hitting him until he names 3 cereals. Is that correct?
It started, this was a rule in high school for anyone who wasn't a pussy. If you fart or burp and you don't say safety, then someone yells slug, and then everyone can beat you until you can name 5 breakfast cereals. I have heard it in America. This was up in Canada. I've heard in America they can beat you until you touch a doorknob.
Okay. Slug! Slug! Get the hand out, Taylor! Get the hand out! Slug! Slug! Slug!
Cereals.
Slug! Name the cereals! Name the cereals, Darius!
Honey Nut Cereal.
Name the cereal, Darius!
Cornflakes.
What cereal?
Name any 3 cereals!
Fruit Loops, Apple Jacks.
All right, he did
Oh,
great.
he did it. He did it. That was pretty
3.
good.
Yeah.
Good job, Darius.
You're the Proud Boys. Gavin, welcome in your newest member. Come down. Gavin!
It's good to have you. Let's see you at the next meetup. I'll hook you up with the Dallas chapter if that's where you are.
He is. He's in South Dallas. Darius, tell him about some of your
Dallas
training.
boys. Great crew, lots of meetups with there. They go on lots of like hunting trips, fishing trips, and yeah, they're very rural, those guys.
And tell him you're not gay, right? No. Are gay guys allowed in? Because Darius, he's sexually fluid, right? You like guys and girls?
Yeah, right. Gay guys are allowed in, but it's a whole different ritual, and it involves things I can't even say on the air.
Oh, there's a round 2 for the gay guys to get initiated. And it involves a cucumber. He's gonna like that. Look, this is what I do. This is how we play music on the show. Gavin McInnes is the leader of the Proud Boys. Proud Boys, and he is a proud boy. He is the proudest boy. He is the proudest boy in the world. I love this black man. He is African, and his head sounds so nice. He eats shrimp fried rice. He's a big, strong black man, and he's from African. All right, so, I got in trouble, Gavin, for feeding this man a banana. What do you think? Do you stand by me? If he has a problem, if he has issues with cramping, if he has electrolyte deficiency, potassium deficiency, is it racist for me to feed him a banana if it's a medical need?
Yeah, it's funny you bring up something so silly and I want to make it so serious, but isn't it funny how so often the lefties will see something and because they have a racist brain, they inject it on you and you guys are joking around with a banana and like, oh, that's a whole monkey thing. Like that dude, Jeremy Lin, he was the ESPN writer was talking about Jeremy Lin. He always used to talk about sports teams having a chink in the armor, and he used it for that without even thinking. And they go, oh, you think he's a chink, do you? And he got fired. And it was their brain that was injecting the racism onto him who it hadn't even occurred to him. So they end up punishing you for their thoughts.
No, the chink in the armor deal, that was ridiculous that got fired. That guy got fired. And then what about the guy that went to the Negro Baseball Hall of Fame and he kind of said it a little slurred and then he got fired.
Words.
But he worked there 17 years. 17 years.
Like, what were they assuming? That he was using the other word on purpose, mocking the Negro Baseball League? Like, that's not what he meant. Calm down.
No, but these people are insane. Okay, Gavin, and I know we only have you for a couple more minutes, but listen, last piece of advice that you can give me. You've always been a mentor of mine. You've always helped me. How do we turn this show? People are wanting me to be less obnoxious, Gavin, but do I keep my foot on the obnoxious gas or do I try to be a little more Tucker Carlson-esque?
No, stay obnoxious. Look in the camera's eyes. I hate when your eyes sort of veer.
It's my monitor. It's my monitor. It's like too far from my camera. Sorry, good.
Fix that. And I think the secret to your show is you're so great out on the street. Whether you're just yelling at some security guard at a museum or doing man on the street interviews, just seeing you outside is like seeing a wild animal that escaped from a zoo. And every episode you do should at least have 20 to 30% you out in the field.
And you know, it's funny because we actually did some episodes in Nashville where I just did the whole episode out in the field, and those are some of our most liked episodes.
Yeah.
So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna start kicking that. So Jimmy, you freaking idiot, write that down. We're gonna do some man on the street episodes, entire episodes.
Got it.
Man on the street. And as a matter of fact, next week we're gonna do a man on the street episode. All right.
Actually, I have a producer question. Quick producer.
Oh my gosh.
Very
okay.
important.
What?
Thoughts on Taylor Swift dating Travis Kelce? Go.
I'm worried about her genitals. I mean, he's going to smash them to smithereens. I hope that she's worked out.
He's white, not black. What do you mean? He's gonna be fine.
I don't
We're
know.
all well endowed.
I don't know. I saw something. I just saw an interview with Travis Kelce and his brother Jason, who played against each other in the Super Bowl. And Jason asked Travis, "What was the first thing you bought with your money?" And he said, "I bought a pair of 13 Nike Marty McFly shoes, the ones that lace up on their own." And if he has a 13, I got a size 13. I mean, my hog's just normal size. So yeah, he's probably got a normal size white hog.
Yeah, I'm sorry, producer Jimmy, Johnny, but if I tried to give a toss about a pop star dating a football player, I'd get a hernia.
Okay.
Jimmy, why do you have sunglasses on? Did you look like a crackhead?
I just felt like wearing my Vipers.
Oh, and then also, Gavin, did you know that Jimmy was a virgin? And also, as well, we have Bo on set who's a virgin. Should these guys stay virgins? I mean, Jimmy lost his.
Actually, Gavin, I'm actually about to have a kid. Do you have any fatherly advice?
Oh, my God.
Yeah, that's easy. The first 7 weeks sucks. Don't get your hopes up. You're going to be praying to your Jesus for another 10 minutes of sleep. It's really rough. But then that once you get through that, they start getting cute. And then like from 1 year to 3, it's like a cute tsunami in your house. Like you tell them to stop. I can't handle it anymore. Is it your first kid?
Yeah, first one.
He has very
The
soft
baby
semen.
stuff sucks.
It's a girl.
The diapers are not a big deal. I don't know why everyone bitches about the diapers. It's just poo. You get it off with a wet wipe. But the sleeping is really the hardest part of the first few months.
Okay, stop showing Jimmy. This is the Alex Stein show. I don't even want to hear. Don't even take his advice. Don't give him any more advice, Gavin. He's an idiot. He won't even use the advice, please.
Done.
Jimmy,
Thank you,
honestly,
Gavin.
you should give that baby up
Advice
for
revoked.
adoption. I will be the father of that baby if you let me buy it.
Okay.
Gay couples buy babies. Why don't you sell me your baby?
Yeah.
I do need the money because I pay you for the privilege of working
Jimmy
on the
got
show.
fired. Okay, so shut up, Jimmy. Gavin's actually a real comedian. He's not going to fall for that dumbass bit. All right, Gavin, before we go, I just want to tell you thank you. How can the people find you, though, before you go, even though I know you have a bigger audience, but how can they find you?
They can go to censored.tv, and I'm on Twitter for now as X Gavin McInnes, all one word, GAVINMCINNS.
Okay, and then last thing, are we going to Penn State in October?
Yes, we are, but you shouldn't tell anyone, so I wouldn't mention it on TV.
Wow, we're not allowed to tell anybody on TV that we might be going to a college campus to, go for round 2. Do you remember that first time we went there and we had to drive away in the police escort, Gavin? I felt so cool because I've never been able to go 100 miles an hour with a police escort.
500 people wanted to kill us. We had to zip past that sea of savages to the tune of hundreds and hundreds of people. They just moved out of the way of the car. If they decided they weren't going to get out of the way, what was going to happen next? They smashed the windows, pull us out. It was like action movie stuff. And then we're whipping through red lights, getting away from the whole scene. Blast.
That was such a blast. And then little Sean, so, when that was a huge protest, it's one of my biggest YouTube videos where the girl spit on me. But these people were savages. They attacked us. They attacked the car. And when we actually got away, this little guy, Sean, the guy that put it on, I mean, he was sweating bullets, Gavin. You and I were vibing once we got away, but that Sean, he looked like a ghost once we got away from all of those protesters.
Yeah, we were filming it. And then the media says, Proud Boys showed up and were Sieg Heiling and pepper spraying people. Proud Boys showed up. I begged them not to beat anyone up, so they said, fine. So they would just take some punches and walk in and not touch anyone. And then the libtards started pepper spraying people. That's when they called it off. And the Sieg Heiling, well, that's just invented. That's just made up because that's what journalists do now. So every time you know about what happened and you read what's being reported, you realize that the media doesn't even come close to talking about what happened. It's never even remotely accurate.
Well, you know what I was thinking? We got to let you go because you only have so much time left. Before the internet, literally, we got our history from the Encyclopedia Britannica. So, I mean, we don't have any idea. If the media is fake, You know, our history is obviously fake as crap.
Yeah, they didn't just start lying to us. The lies have been going on for a long ass time.
Well, thank you for exposing that. All right, Gavin, you're a mentor and an icon. It's always a pleasure, my friend. Have a good evening.
Thank you for the father advice, Gavin.
Shut up, Jimmy. Shut up. Do not thank him.
Congrats on your
No,
on your 99
congratulations.
show, and I guess
No,
congrats on your nerdy
nobody
kid.
cares about his
Thank you.
baby that he's going to sell to me for pennies on the dollar. A used baby.
I'm so fly, I'm aligned with the planes. My grind so refined, I got no time for no games. Ask yourself.